Ready? Good? Yep.
Just be a shield of them. Yeah. If it's regular meeting time, it'll be 6, I said I probably will be there 20 minutes.
No, I was just laying there and I thought.
Folks, we're going to go ahead and start. Thank you for your patience. We had to wait for some trains and make sure we had all of our team here, but you know what? We're all here. It's warm inside, right? It's cozy in here. We're ready to go. So my name is Jim Nelson. I'm the Executive Director of Lake Agassiz Habitat for Humanity, and I'll be facilitating tonight's program. I want to welcome each of you to this home dedication tonight, and I'd like to acknowledge special guests, starting with our partner family. My left is Sandy Johnson. This is going to be her home and her daughter, Lauren. You'll hear from both of them in just a few minutes.
Probably mostly her.
I love giving speeches.
So I first met Sandy 11 months ago when Habitat's Family Selection Committee chose her for this house build. And if you were at the home dedication ceremony in September, raise of hands if you were here. Then you all have already met Lauren, haven't you? Lauren's going to speak to us again this evening, so I'm looking forward to that. Other special guests I'd like to acknowledge include Dilworth Mayor Chad Olson. Mayor, the city of Dilworth provided the property that we're on. Without their generosity, we wouldn't be here tonight. Thank you. Also, City Administrator Peyton Mastera. Peyton, thank you. Worked with Peyton, I don't know how many months we worked on putting this together. Thank you. City Council Member Kevin Spalding. Thank you, Kevin. Our financial sponsors, Wells Fargo representatives, Melissa Kubista, back here. And is Jackson?
Yep.
Where's Jackson? Jackson Newman, thank you. We'll hear from our financial sponsors a little later in the program as well. Also, Noridian, CEO Paul Wilson is here. Thank you. John Deere, Representative Amanda Weiland. Thank you, Amanda. And I'd also like to introduce Pastor Elizabeth Hiller. Where did she go? And she's from Dilworth Lutheran Church. Thank you. Also, I want to talk about our volunteers. I want to recognize them. Habitat homes are heart-built homes, meaning that they're built with compassion and love, with time and talents given freely by countless volunteers. I'm going to start first by talking about the snow crew. And we have one member of the snow crew here, and that's Steve Goldsbig. Steve lives right next door, right?
Yeah.
Both he and the neighbor 2 doors down, Jim McLaughlin, have been keeping the place cleared out so we can get in and out and kind of get things finished. So thank you for doing that.
No, Jim.
Yes.
2 gyms total.
Multiple gyms. And I'm going to talk about our crew leaders, and I know we have a couple of them here tonight. Roger Haglund. Roger, thank you. And Rich Jones. Is that it for our crew leads? Is there anybody else here that I didn't see? That's it. They spent countless, tireless hours starting in, I don't know, it was late May, early June on all 3 builds and ended here in what, late December? And Rich has done a few odd and ends things for us since then. So I want to thank them as well. Board members, I see we've got several board members here. If you're a board member, raise your hand. See Pastor Matt, see Kyle, anybody else? Okay, thank you, board members. We couldn't do what we do without your leadership. So thank you for that. Finally, Habitat staff. Jackie is here somewhere.
Right there.
Maybe Jackie Matko. thank you, Pete Christopher, over here. Thank you for the staff, the work that you do. Do we have any Habitat alumni in the room? I don't think we have any here. Oh, we do, Winter's in her home just how many weeks? 3 weeks, there we go. All right,
John's watching on Facebook Live, so.
all right.
I didn't know.
And we don't believe we have any 2019 partner families. This summer's builds coming up, but we already know who they're going to be, who those families will be. So without our many volunteers and contributors, homes like this one wouldn't be possible. This is the 60th home built by Lake Agassiz Habitat since its inception in 1991. And in August, in September, during the wall raising ceremony, I spoke about new life and how this construction project represented a transformation for Sandy and her family.
And I have a speech too for it.
And Lauren has a speech for us. Also represents a transformation for this neighborhood. And we're excited to be a part of Dilworth and a part of that neighborhood. So tonight we come together to celebrate new life. A little bit more about Sandy. She and Lauren live in a small apartment in a neighborhood that isn't very trustworthy. Sandy has concerns about Lauren's safety when she goes outside to play, but that will change in just a few short days. Sandy's a wonderful mother to Lauren, and she works hard to keep everything running smoothly in their apartment. She's been a model partner family for us. She's proven to be accountable and responsible. She takes initiative, and I've watched her take initiative through this whole process to make sure things happen when they need to happen, and when she's thinking schedule isn't going to get met, she's like, hey, what are we doing about that? She's just all over it. She's a great partner family model. When a family moves into their Habitat home, that's just the beginning of their Habitat story. In addition to getting a safe, affordable home, a Habitat home lays the foundation for a higher quality of life, not only for the adults, but it creates life-changing opportunities for children as well. And I'd like to share a few statistics about Habitat homes and families. Children from low-income families who change schools frequently are at risk of lower math scores and are likely to drop out of school. Children raised in a Habitat home are twice as likely to go to college. Children who live in homes with leaking roofs, broken windows, rodents, broken heaters, exposed wiring. We don't see any of that in this house, right? Children raised in those homes often experience greater emotional and behavioral problems. Living in an affordable home, families pay less money for housing, meaning that they have more money for other necessities like food, healthcare, and a reliable car. And a common thread among Habitat families is that nearly all of them come from a lifetime of poverty and renting. Often our families have unreliable cars because they're spending too much of their income on housing. I think Sandy knows that well.
I do, yes.
Sandy's a perfect example of this profile of a Habitat family, and starting with this home, we're going to break that chain. That's right. At Habitat, we refer to our program as offering a hand up, not a handout, by offering affordable mortgages. This Habitat home is the catalyst that will create a transformation in Sandy's life, breaking the cycle of poverty and renting. Sandy and Lauren are humbled and grateful for their new home. I want to close by telling you about the Dakota Blitz 310. This June, we'll be building 3 homes in 10 days. That's right, I didn't get that wrong.
And my name's with a Y, not an E.
I got it right in here somewhere, Lauren. See, look at that.
And I found one with an E.
So this June, we'll be building 3 homes in 10 days. We're excited about that. We've never done anything like that before. It took us months to build this home. We did the wall raising in September, and here we are in February. In June, we're going to build 3 homes in 10 days to completion. We can't do that by ourselves. We need your help. We don't have the funds raised for that yet. We're about halfway there. We've got about 4 months to close that out. We need your help. We had 10 families that met our qualifications for builds this coming summer in 2019. 10 families went through our process just like Lauren did, just like Winter did. They came out, hey, you know what, you meet our qualifications, we can build a home for you if we have the money. But we don't have the funds to build 10 homes this coming summer. We're going to build 3 in our Blitz. We're hoping to build a 4th in Moorhead. Right now, we don't have enough to do our Blitz, which means we don't have enough to do our 4th. We need help, and so I ask you for that. Located on the counter here, you'll find envelopes. If you were so moved, you wanted to put some a contribution in there, a check in there, we would certainly welcome that. We would accept credit cards using a QR code reader. We have the ability to do that this evening as well. Pete can help you with that. And Pete, I think in the back you even set up a blue bucket, like an old-fashioned, reach in your wallet and jingle it around a little bit. There's a bucket back there with a slot in it. We'd be happy to have any contribution in that bucket. So with your continued help, you've been a wonderful community of support for Sandy and for Habitat in this build. With your continued help, we can help more families like Sandy's and place them into simple, decent, affordable housing. So with that, I'm going to welcome Pastor Hiller forward. She's going to lead us in the invocation and home blessing.
First of all, Sandy has already received one of the special blessings of life in Dilworth. Your company gets stuck with the train. And special thanks on behalf of our church. Our church has been working here and doing some meals, and Sandy has led us and inspired us with both her physical strength, she hangs drywall, and with her sense of humor and with her care to our church members. You've helped our church be more generous and to be exactly what God is calling us to be more welcoming in the community. So we thank you. And with that, let's bless this home. Let us pray. Holy God, we thank you for this night and this time together. We thank you so much for Sandy and Lauren and for the new future that you are preparing for them. We pray, God, that you will bless this home, every coming in and every going out, that you will bless it with love and joy and peace and forgiveness, and God, that you will let it to be a light for all to see your goodness and the goodness of this town. We pray, God, again, a special blessing on Sandy and Lauren in their move, that you will give them mercy of decent weather and the mercy and the joy of a new life together. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Go ahead and do this in
The responsive reading.
the presentation of the house.
Got it.
And the responsive.
We are here today to bless and dedicate this house, the home of the Johnson family. The home was the first institution God established. It is God's gift to the family and to society. It is the privilege and duty of every family to dedicate their home to God, their creator, redeemer, and sustainer. With gratitude to God who has provided the materials and given us strength to build this house,
we dedicate this home.
To the deep and abiding love that binds the family together,
we dedicate this home.
To the understanding, patience, discipline, and forgiveness essential for the growth and fulfillment of the family,
we dedicate this home.
the vision, courage, faith, and hope that make life cheerful and serene,
We dedicate this home.
to the beauty and order and cleanliness that provide a wholesome atmosphere and elevate the spirit of Christian living,
We dedicate this home.
to the training of the bodies, minds, and souls of all who live within these walls,
We dedicate this home.
to the work of God's kingdom in the world and in cooperation with His church,
We dedicate this home to the glory of God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Now we're going to share our thanks for our contributors. I'm going to hand it over to Pete to do that.
All right, thank you, Jim. Again, my name is Pete Chris, I'm the Resource Development and Marketing Manager. Long title, short title is Money and Marketing. So if you follow us on social media, which I hope you all do, that's a great help to expanding our mission. When you share things that we share and like things that we have on there, your friends and family will see that and help us broaden our mission in a very affordable way. So, like Jim said earlier, these homes don't go up for free. They don't go up with just volunteers working with families and things like that. We need building materials to put these homes up. Now, what's really cool about Habitat is that Sandy will repay the cost of every donation that is ever made towards this bill over the life of her mortgage. So any donation, any time of the year that goes to Habitat for Humanity is ultimately matched by a family like Sandy. So that's one thing with that. We've got lots of great sponsors that we'd like to invite up. Mayor Chad Olson from the city of Dilworth. Come on up. Come on down. Is that how you should say it?
Come to the south side.
Right? I used to live on the south side, a block away. So,
Quite honestly, my job was easy. The idea of bringing Habitat to Dilworth was honestly a very simple decision. And I can't thank Commissioner Spalding enough for his connection with this organization, bringing it to the forefront. And quite honestly, I just visited with Peyton and said, how are we going to do this? And he said, we can do this. I said, perfect, make it happen, and he did. So, in all honesty, right? Absolutely. And our effort, that initial effort, was the foundation, and after that, it was the work of everyone else that made this a reality. That allows Sandy to come in and bring her family, raise it in Dilworth, right? That's going to allow your family to grow as our city grows, to take part in all that the city and all that the school has to offer. And on behalf of the city of Dilworth, welcome. And we look forward to a long and prosperous relationship with you and your family. So thank you very much.
I'm waiting for you to speak.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I think that's going to be great. Yeah, Lauren is awesome, and I can't wait to hear all of her great words.
thank you, Mayor Olson.
Thank you.
Habitat is truly a community event. We love builds like this where we come into neighborhoods and, you know, of those of you that have been around, the house that was here was not a nice place to look at. So we love coming in and cleaning up neighborhoods and things like that, helping improve the whole neighborhood. If you look, actually, I posted a picture on here. This is what the house that used to stand here looked like. So we're very excited to have a new house in this neighborhood and go from there. So now I introduce CEO Noridian CEO Paul Wilson.
You know, over the course of the last few years, we've been looking for an organization that lives its mission, that we feel good about being in healthcare, that we can help sponsor, and it is really a lot of fun to watch Habitat live its mission, promotion of strength, stability, and self-reliance. Being in healthcare, we all know from a number of studies done that the quality of one's health is really largely dependent upon their environment. And we couldn't really think of a better place to help others and spend our money that we have in helping our community than in an organization like this. And it's not only because of the way that we interact with one another with Habitat and Noridian, because of the health impact of good environments, but purely the way you go about doing it is really impressive. And we're really proud to be part of this. I want to thank Sandy for actually, and Amy Stone, one of our employees, for getting us engaged in Habitat, and really look forward to a long-term relationship. So I want to thank everybody and congratulate you.
And we're, again, very thankful for Noridian. I met with Amy. I always meet with the employers of the families that we're working with to see how they want to be involved with the company. I got to know Amy. That first day we met, she joined our family selection committee for this next year, so which is a challenging committee to be on, but a fun one nonetheless, and then it just grew from there, so very thankful for that. Now a long-term sponsor and volunteer and other things and all sorts of different things. John Deere, Amanda Weiland.
Hi, I say all sorts of different things. I'm not sure.
Well, I have a whole list for you.
Hi, I'm Amanda Weiland. I'm here on behalf of John Deere. Like you said, hi sweetheart. Like you said, John Deere has been a long-time sponsor and supporter of Habitat for Humanity. We have several employees that serve on the board of directors. We have, like you said, the sponsorship money for this build and many builds in the prior years, and hundreds of hours of employee volunteer time. It is a well sought after spot to come and volunteer on a Habitat build, and anything from building at the home to working at the restore and moving doors. I mean, that's like a workout, and reshuffling the doors at the restore. So we are really happy to be a part and a long-time sponsor of Habitat for Humanity. I brought a couple of gifts for you guys to welcome you home. This one is for you. And this one is for you. A little smaller. But big quality. Yeah. What's in there? Can you open it?
Dear tractor up.
Yeah. It's like Monopoly.
$200.
Yeah.
Fast harvest.
Yeah. So
There's
hopefully you can make some new memories here, playing some games and finding some things at Target to help fill the home. So on behalf of John Deere, we welcome you home, Sandy and Lauren. Yes.
Amanda hinted at it that you know, it's a sought after way to come out and help is volunteering on the site. And what's really unique about that is it's something very tangible, and it's something that you can tell your grandkids, hey, I help hang the windows in that house. You can always drive by the house and see, kind of keep up on it, things like that. And frankly, we don't have enough volunteer slots, so that's what we need. Another thing is we need more money to build more homes so we can have more volunteers from the community come on and help us. You know, we don't really seek out volunteers; they come to us. So that's not a problem we have. It's just we want to build more homes so we can have more volunteers and more families. So. And in a solid case of Green being able to work with Red, Case New Holland is also a sponsor on this. So our crew leaders have hats in the trailer depending on what. If they wear the wrong hat one day, then they get a new hat later that day. Usually.
Right.
Yeah. Very good.
It took a long time to get a green one.
You didn't ask the right person.
Unfortunately, nobody from Case could be here tonight, as I don't think, unless they showed up. But no. So anyway, Wells Fargo is a long-time sponsor, not only here locally but nationally of Habitat for Humanity. So I'll introduce Melissa for.
Hi everyone. Thank you. Melissa DeBosta, I'm the Region Bank President for Wells Fargo here from North Dakota, and we're so honored to have been part of this build. We got the privilege to be building the day of the wall raise. We had such a great time, and we're just so excited. I know we wrote on your wall, Lauren, so you can always remember us in there, and all the time we're going to spend at the pool because myself, I actually also live in Dilworth, so it's really just a proud point for me representing Wells Fargo to know that we were also able to help the family today. But what I also want to say is that this has really inspired a lot of our team members at the bank to really think about home ownership even differently beyond what we do every day and be able to continue to give back. And I know Jackson's here today. He was able to join a committee with Habitat, and we're continuing to think of ways that we can partner deeper and make these dreams come reality. So we're so happy for you. We're so excited for you, and welcome to the community. So thank you.
Thank you, both Melissa and Paul hinted at that this is much more than a house. It's more than a roof and four walls. That's what people see, but the true change that happens in our families is the effect that house has on their life. And if you look into it, many things change. Your health gets better, your education gets better. In fact, kids in Habitat homes are twice as likely to go to college than their counterparts. There's similar counterparts in the same demographics. So we're excited about that. It's a long-term fix for families like Sandy's. Your health gets better, your education, like I said, financial stability, community involvement, all sorts of different things are affected by a simple, decent, and affordable home. So some of our other sponsors, Burlington Northern Santa Fe was a neighbor of ours, so that's why we reached out to them. So don't get too angry at the trains because they started putting some money in. FM Area Foundation has been a long-time sponsor of ours as well, and along with many other great community things in our community. Angie McCarthy is one of our board members with the Merit Prize Financial, and then the Carpet Garage supplied the flooring for us. So we're very thankful for that. Like I said, we're very thankful for these folks. These really brought the bigger checks to our table. But the truth is we can't build these homes without the smaller checks as well. Jim hinted at it a little bit, but our work is not possible without those people that are donating $25, $100, $500, anything above and beyond any of that kind of thing. There's lots of ways to contribute to homes like this. You can give monthly, you can give yearly, you can make memorials or in honor of people. things like that. You can get your church involved, like Dilworth Lutheran has gotten this involved this year. I'm happy to come out and talk to any churches, any networking groups, any community organizations, your workplace, any of that kind of thing, to try to just expand our mission of what we're doing. So the one thing I do want to mention is 2 days. I don't know if anybody's heard of this, but it's called Giving Hearts Day. Our signs are a little subject. You don't know? You don't know, Danielle?
No.
Oh, you showed up. You were watching online. You're not sure.
I was, because I guess I'm on the train.
So Lauren is our model today. The Giving Hearts Day. We are part of Giving Hearts Day. So we're looking for anybody that can donate $5, $10, $15 or more dollars. We have a big goal. So that's Thursday the 14th. We have a big goal this year. We've set our goal in Giving Hearts Day of $310,000 to go along with our Let's Build 310. We thought might as well go big, right? That'll be enough to pay for 2 homes just like this and then some. And the nice thing about it was we're actually just about halfway there already. We have $151,000 in matching funds, but we need you to support that rest of that and fill that in. So we're calling on you to be a part of the action and join us on that day. And tell your friends. Say if you make a donation, whether that's $25 or $100 or whatever, ask 3 of your friends to match your donation. That will go a long way. What we're doing this year too is actually any donation of $31 or more to go along with our 310 theme again, is we'll send you a $10 gift card for the Restore, so you can come in and spend some money, more money with us. But just a way to thank you for that. So to donate to that, you can go on givingheartsday.org, search for Lake Agassiz Habitat for Humanity. Something that's new this year is actually you can go on there right now and schedule your donation. So you don't need to wait till Thursday. You can do it while you're here. Go online, do it that way. Again, there's just a little button that says make my donation go through on Thursday the 14th. So I have some other things. Thank you for this. So a couple different things. You can take one of these with you. It's got the QR code that Jim talked about. There's 2 of them on there. One is to donate. One is to just get on our mailing list. So when we have things like this, you'll get an email about it. You can stay in tune with that. You all should have gotten a postcard. It has our Dakota 10 or the 310 logo on it. Some information on Giving Hearts Day. So again, as a reminder, do that or pass it along to friends. I don't think I have anything else. So, but I will play. This is our Giving Hearts Day video. My speaker, of course, worked in the office, and it's not working today. But hopefully the speaker in my computer will be loud enough for you.
So before we got involved with Habitat for Humanity, we had a young son with a developmental delay and then a new baby girl, and we weren't able to do anything other than live paycheck to paycheck. So homeownership wasn't something that we ever thought that we would be able to do. My wife came across it. One day she brought home the application for a Parker family, and I thought it was just
thank you for that. That's on our Facebook page too, if you'd be willing to share that with your friends and family. It's a good way to kind of introduce Habitat to everybody and whatnot. So now I will present to Jackie Matfeld to present other things. Yeah.
Carol is here for the workshop. Go ahead.
I'm Carol Knodel. I'm a member of Altrusa Club of Fargo. We're a service organization. Our focus and most of our projects have to do with literacy and issues for women and children. And so we feel Habitat is a great partner to be with. For several years, we give a bookcase and books to each Habitat family. Have you been checking them out?
Yeah. I was trying to color in the color book.
You were. Yeah, there's one for Mom though too. Did you see that?
Yeah, the flower one. And the blue one's for me.
So we present you, Sandy and Lauren, with this bookcase. And the books that are in it. We hope you enjoy them. That it's a good part of your family for years to come.
I like the Babysitters Club.
Good.
And there's one in there.
There's two in there, I think.
I didn't know that.
Thank you. And then Kyle and Peyton, if you guys would hand us those quilts there. The quilts are for you, and they are from Maranatha Free Lutheran Church in Glendon. Really good housewarming gift for you. And then I am Jackie. I'm the Family Services Director, and it's been a privilege and a blessing to work with you and Lauren this last year. I guess it's been that we've been doing sweat equity, and she keeps me on my toes and in line, and so I really appreciate that. And she always does it so kindly. So you've got a great employee over there.
We know.
So, and also thank you, City of Dilworth. I came over here the first day and took pictures of what was here originally, and I thought, ooh, I like the big lot, but I don't know, it might be a challenge to take the house down, and they did such a great job of clearing it up and making it look so nice. And then tonight, I think we got really blessed with a really beautiful sunset out that window, so I was like, oh, this is so fortunate, it's such a perfect place for you and Lauren to spend, quite a few years, the rest of your life making memories. So, Habitat would like to present a welcome basket to you, and they're kind of symbolic things. The first one is a welcome mat. You don't have to hold it up or anything. A welcome mat to welcome you home and to welcome all your friends and family to a nice, safe, secure place for you to live. We have a loaf of bread so that your family will never know hunger, and a bag of sugar so that you'll know the sweetness of life, and a plan, the whole bag. And a plan to represent growth and nurturing that you're going to be doing in your new home. And a candle so that your house and home and family can be a light to the community.
And for your birthday.
And we're singing happy birthday. And then a Bible as a foundation for your new life here in Dilworth. Congratulations. And now we have Amy for the presentation.
I'm Amy Stone. I work at Meridian with Sandy, and I'm also the chairperson of our employees committee. And as Pete mentioned, I got involved with Habitat when I met him last year, and I found out that Sandy, one of our employees, was going to be a recipient of a home, and I said, let's get involved. And so I joined the Family Selection and Support Committee. And on behalf of that committee, Sandy, welcome.
Amy, thanks for that presentation. It's the heartwarming part of this work. Nights like tonight and the moment we just had. And we're going to ask now, we're going to hear from Sandy first, and then Lauren.
She can go first.
She can go first. You're going to go first, Lauren.
Hello, I'm Lauren Johnson. Thank you all for coming to the dedication. I want to thank all the volunteers who helped to build my house. I am excited about my new room, my yard, and I'm excited to have friends come over for playdates. My new house is close to a park, and we have friendly and helpful neighbors. My mom and me, and I look forward to moving into our house and having peace and quiet. Thank you.
I wrote something, but I don't think I'll be able to read it.
It's really long. And I want your juice.
You can have some juice. I just want to thank everybody who's been involved from the beginning until now. It's been a really special journey for us, and we're excited to move in and have a big yard to play in, and we've got awesome neighbors like Steve, and we feel really welcome to the neighborhood, and we just thank everybody.
So let's just have one more round of applause for Lauren and Kennedy. And Pastor Hiller is going to take us out with a prayer here.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you again for this time together, for the blessing that you are giving this house, that you are giving this family. Bless all of Lake Agassiz Habitat as they head into an important season in their ministry as well. And God, most of all, bring joy, bring forgiveness, bring peace, and bring love to this home. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That concludes our program this evening. And I'd like to welcome everyone, if you haven't, walk through the home, talk to Sandy, talk to Lauren. If you have questions about Habitat, I'm happy to answer those. Pete will answer your questions. Jackie will answer your questions. Please take some time and have some refreshments. There's apple juice, water, some cupcakes, and spend some time in the home.
And there's some brownies, cupcakes.
Thank you for coming. Remember, the blue bucket will take your empty, will take your wallet change, right? The blue bucket on your way out the door.
I want it to go way around. Bookshelf. It's my socks.
Okay, when you're ready.